Yes, it's time once again for another episode of Midweek Midcard Matchups. I'm Paulie Simmons, and I'm joined as always by the one and only Val Vita.
That's right, Paulie, and tonight we're in for a treat because it's time for some pugilistic pummeling between two gladiators in the ring tonight.
You've got it, Vita. They'll be bare-chested and ready to brawl here tonight on Midweek Midcard Matchups.
Bare-chested, you say?
That's right. I personally have had enough of these skirts coming into this ring and not killing their opponents today.
Now,
here we see my man Vinny Rackets here in the corner.
I was beginning to be under the impression that we had jumped the shark with the bear thing and had switched primarily to women.
I mean, the bear thing, it was.
Yeah, it was kind of ridiculous.
Here we see Vinny Rackets squaring off against Tommy Tessio here tonight on Midweek Midcard Matchups.
Tommy Tessio on the left, of course, keeping warm on the upper half of his body so that he can deliver the punishment
That's
tonight.
That's right, Vita. His legs never get cold as they shake hands. It appears Tessio already talking that shit as he takes off his cardigan.
Tommy Tessio looking to be in great shape. Had a couple of beers before the fight, Paulie, just to make sure that he was nice and limber.
Meanwhile, Vinny Rackets not to be tested here tonight on Midweek Midcard Matchups. I'm hoping that we get to see a death here today, Vita.
Both men in Atlas shape tonight, Paulie. Just the peak of human physicality as they walk back and forth and likely speak Italian to whoever's outside the ring.
There you see the physique of Tessio as he goes up against Vinny Rackets. Rackets now with the tie-up in the center of the ring.
Tessio giving up a couple of inches and a pasta primavera to Vinny Rackets.
One primavera. Tessio wants his leftovers in a doggy bag as he continues to size up Vinny Rackets here tonight on Midweek Midcard Matchups. Rackets now back to the tie-up.
Oh, boy.
Tying him up, taking him to the corner. Wait a minute. Oh, now wait a minute.
Oh, Tommy Tessio with
wait a minute.
Just some absolutely villainous moves against Mr. Vinny Rackets.
Unbelievable. I cannot believe what I am not perceiving, nor can I perceive what I am not believing as Vinny Rackets back to the tie-up and Tommy Tessio looking to break the hold on the ropes. Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute now.
What is going on here, Paulie?
Unbelievable. Tessio attempting to convince the ref that he is not breaking the rules. Vinny Rackets still ready for action.
Now, am I to believe, Paulie, that we have switched back to the men wrestling because the females just weren't getting it done in the murder department?
They were not getting it done. As you saw, Sally Sweets was forced to marry a referee on the last episode of Midweek Midcard Matchups. Here today, we are hoping to see Vinny Rackets with a headlock takeover, taking down Tommy Tessio and breaking the streak with another lethal matchup here tonight.
Now, which one of these men is going to have to marry the ref after this match, Paulie, is what
I had to guess now, Vita, I would say Tessio is going to end up marrying the ref. He looks like he could use a new dress.
He's very distracted by his barber outside the ring all match long so far, Paulie.
There it is, another headlock takeover. Vinny Rackets showing Tommy Tessio that he will not be taken lightly here in the middle of the ring. Tessio, wait a minute.
Tessio extending the olive branch.
Now, wait a minute, Vita. I don't know if you could trust this. Should Rackets trust the handshake of Tommy Tessio?
Are you calling the trustability of Italians into question here tonight,
I don't
Paulie?
need to call it into question. It is the year 1913. Of course, there's no reason to mention that now, and that means that the trustability of the Italians is already common American knowledge, my friend.
Of course. Well, it worked because he shook his hand and everything's fine.
Rackets. Oh, wait a minute. The Dago now going for the cheap shot and having to convince the ref that it was an open hand. Slurs for Italians continue to be fine here in the year 1913 on Midweek Midcard Matchups.
Well, the height of the waist of the pants of the ref definitely speaks to his credibility tonight, Paulie, as Tommy Tessio laying in the ham hocks on old Vinny Rackets.
Tessio right to the bridge of the nose. Rackets not fully affected. Tessio attempting to appeal to the crowd. The referee just letting him walk around, do whatever he wants. Now back to the center of the ring.
Well, I'm glad we've switched the men, Paulie, because this is blistering action.
That's right. Oh, look at the technique. Look at the technique on Rackets as he bends his leg.
The dog poo puree right in the face.
double.
Oh, his signature
He said,
move.
I walked it, you smell it.
What's the vig on tonight's wrestling match here
Juicy,
tonight?
Junior, real juicy. There we go. We see
lock.
Rackets rolling through, attempting to tie up the leg. This isn't technically a wrestling hold yet.
What? Well, he's not really doing anything.
Maybe going for the half-busting grab here on Tommy Tessio.
He's bending that knee just exactly the way it should be bent, and that's terrible. We all know that. That shouldn't be done here tonight.
Fatter Billy Eichner now checking out the shoulders, making sure he doesn't get a 3 count.
Billy in the ring.
Billy in the ring, and now the monkey flip on Rackets. Tessio now back to his feet.
Tessio trying his best to not fight here tonight as he runs from
Tessio back to the hold. Rackets again bending his knee correctly here in the corner of the ring.
I said Vinny Rackets. It's because Vinny Rackets did have rickets, but has definitely
Here
improved.
you see Rickety Cricket releasing the hold. Fatter Billy Eichner now asking him to get up. And standard Italian man.
Well, on
back
top
to
of
the
their
center.
fine physiques, it's clear that Vinny Rackets skipped leg day, and that might be his downfall here
That could be the
tonight,
now he's gingerly scratching the back of Vinny Rackets.
The old back rake, that is devastating,
right.
Paulie. You can see the toll it's taking on Vinny Rackets.
Tessio clearly the heel as he hides the chokehold from the referee. Fatter Billy Eichner not getting the picture. Being distracted by Tessio, and Vinny Rackets unsure of what to do here in the center of the ring.
Vinny Rackets is at a loss as he's in half of a somewhat sleeper move.
This is not how you end up with the pewters, as you would say, Vita.
That is true, but it may be the way he ends up in a pine overcoat, Paulie. That's
God
for sure.
damn. Kept
He's
beneath
gonna
the earth till the resurrection. Here you see Rackets in trouble with the top wrist lock from Tommy Tessio. Gingerly applied.
I hope he has been making friends with the worms, Paulie, because 6 feet under is where Tommy Tessio plans to put Vinny Rackets any minute now.
My God, Rackets trying to summon the strength to get out of the hole continues with the top wrist lock. The audience is not impressed by Tommy Tessio here tonight.
I don't think anybody is because of the action and the speed, Paulie. They just can't keep up with it.
No way to keep up with the technique of these two men here tonight, but we will try our best to call the action pans. The top wrist lock continues for the 3rd minute.
You gotta love wrestling these days, Paulie. It's all rest holds.
That's right. Rackets now selling the face after a wrist lock.
And then the real hero of tonight's match, the guy in the back, selling the hot dogs. Yes! He doesn't
No matter
care.
whose side you're on, there's always somebody selling to both, and that is a real American hero, my friend.
That is correct. And in 1913, I'm sure we're gonna need him in the next, 20
That's
years,
right.
40 years.
Rackets with repeat rights. Tessio reeling. Now back to the corner. Rackets looking to take advantage, not capitalizing, just taking some big old steps.
Tommy Tessio going back to the barber asking, why? Why did you cut it so short? I look like a fool on national television.
Tessio now given full time to recover. Back to the tie-up. We're starting. Wait a minute, the eye rake!
Oh, Tommy Tessio!
The terrible eye rake from Tessio.
Oh, I think you just...
And then he sold his own eyes?
I think you just gave Tommy Tessio a new gimmick. Terrible Tommy Tessio!
Terrible Tommy Tessio! Oh, the punch right to the balls of the eye rake once again.
Terrible
Rackets.
Tommy just being as terrible as possible.
Rackets getting all kinds of time to recover. Oh my God, easy. Tessio going shots to the back. Now another rake to the eyes. The referee, Fatter Billy Eichner, not paying attention at all.
Oh, Billy Eichner pulling his pants up a little higher so he can see.
Not to rake the eyes here on the streets. And Tessio looking to capitalize and put away Vinny Rackets. Here tonight on Midweek Midcard Matchups.
Vinny Rackets does not. He looks worse for wear here, Paulie, and he does not look like he's having it from Tommy Tessio.
Rackets is dazed here in the center of the ring, unable to step evenly enough to catch up with Tommy Tessio. Tessio now keeping his distance.
Several minutes without a blow thrown, Paulie.
Now cowering in the corner is Tessio. Tessio gets the 5 count from the referee. Back to the center of the ring. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The building toward it. Now the headlock. A big shot. A big shot to the right.
Taking him to the face.
Another right.
From Vinny Rackets.
Rackets now building a full head of steam. Wait a minute. Off the ropes. They're both off the ropes.
What
Tessio.
a Dolliger, Paulie.
Tessio trying to confuse him with his unbelievably violent technique. And wait. Oh, shit.
God.
Rackets with the bad and 3.
Got the 3 count, but no murder, Paulie.
Wait a minute. it. That was a hell of a kick to the face, but no murder as Rackets picks up the victory. Get this shit off my screen.
What is the wrestling world coming to when none of these men have met their maker?
I cannot believe how long it has been since we have seen a murder. Hopefully next time we will get a real death in the ring, but until then, I'm Pyrite Paulie Persimmons for Valvita. And we'll see you next time on Midweek Midcard Matchups.